Hey guys, this is Ken, and I'll just show you a few books that I picked up because I lack impulse control. I found a bookstore in my town because I was looking for an entirely different book, novel called The Count of Monte Cristo, and I ended up finding the comic section instead because they didn't have it in stock. So here's what I bought instead. First up, we have Thor, God of Thunder, the God Butcher. This was my absolute favorite run of the Thor comics that ever came out, and I don't think I've read any other run of Thor, but this was the only one I've read, and it was so good that I was blown away. And to see how they, no pun intended, butchered it in the movie Thor Love and Thunder, I was completely flabbergasted how they dropped the ball on that. That was a top tier storyline with top tier characters, and they dropped the ball. Like, in the end of the movie, it's just a complete disappointment. Whereas in the end of this story arc, it's not in this book, but it's going to be in the end of like the 4-volume set. In the end of that story arc, it was an intergenerational battle between, man, I don't even want to spoil it like that, but it was an intergenerational battle between young Thor, current day Thor, and old Thor, all battling with their granddaughters across planets to beat this guy, the God Butcher. And if you think about and try to imagine what that kind of battle was like compared to what we got in the movie, you'll just start crying. I personally fell asleep through the latter half of that movie and through most of the movie in general, because I was just like, they're trying to mix two storylines that just don't go together, and it didn't work overall for me. So yeah, that was a disappointment, but I got that book because that was a great storyline that I read, and I just didn't have that book with me. So second one I got was just a random pickup. I liked the character designs. It's called Salad Days. I don't know what it's about. I've never seen this before. I've never read this manga. I've never even like heard of it until I saw it. But anytime I see like a Japanese book, like with, you know, Japanese words in it, I'll usually try to pick it up if it's cheap enough. And then on the other hand, it has like really nice like character designs in it. So the eyes are really expressive, the faces are really expressive, and the art is just solid in general. So I wanted to pick this up and have another like specimen sample of an artist that I haven't experienced before. That's usually why I pick up different comic books, is to get what I call like a specimen sample of an artist's style. So like if I like it, I can take the little quirks of it that I like and try to put it into my own work. So that was Salad Days. That's what I picked up. The third one I picked up was Beat the Vandal Buster. This is a comic book I remember from years and years back, and it was just I never read it all the way through. I just liked the character designs. I was just like, okay, yeah, we're cooking here. And they're really basic, but they're at the same time, it's like Dragon Ball Z level basic, and still memorable and iconic in its own way. So I just like the storytelling as well. Like the storytelling is simple in the book, but it's clear. Everything is very clear when you're looking at it and what's happening. So this one actually has an anime. I think there were 2 full seasons of the anime. And I'm not sure if this book ever actually finished, but this was one of those comics that was edited by Kazuhiko Torishima, the editor for Dragon Ball. And so actually, I think he edited this artist on a different series called The Adventures of Dai for Dragon Quest. So I'm not sure if he actually edited this series, but yeah. He's associated with that author, so he has that knowledge of classic Shonen Jump. So that was the third book, and then the last one which I saw, I was just like, oh, this is a steal. And it was only like $8. And I have never read V for Vendetta all the way through. And I didn't have a copy on me. I only had Watchmen, actually. So when I saw this at that place, I was just like, all right, here we go. So I'm gonna read through V for Vendetta because I've never read it before. Because back then, like when I was a kid, I was just like, this just looks realistic and boring, and and the words, there's a lot of words, and I'm just like, oh man, I don't want to have to read through all this. No, there's no like shiny like anime characters or like, you know, like cartoons or anything. It's just about this guy with a weird mask and whatever. So yeah, that was me back when I was a kid, but I'm an adult now, so I'm gonna read through V for Vendetta, probably like read through pages and pages like before I go to bed or whenever I wake up, and yeah, keep building that reading habit for myself. So yeah, this will be the next read, my next bedside read, and yeah, so that's what I picked up. I haven't had any money to like pick up books in a long time. So when I had the opportunity today, I was just looking at the shelf and I was just like, oh man, there's some good stuff here. I might not be able to see this again anytime soon. So let me just see what they got. And you know, I have a problem, but I've been really good about it. Like, you know, the last few months or so. So I haven't like picked up any books. You know, one of these days I'm going to do a video where I just stack my books as high as they can go, just to see like how many I actually have. So yeah, it's been almost a year since I actually bought like full comics, and I'm gonna grab this Count of Monte Cristo book because a friend has really been recommending that book, so I'm gonna check that out and read through it. But yeah, that's all for today's video. I want you to check out my latest webcomic, Saintly. It is a demon chase horror action comedy about two best friends who have to outrun the demon loan sharks that they borrowed from. Basically, it's like Scooby-Doo meets K-pop demon hunters without the K-pop. And the story backs the main character into a corner where she has to decide between the hard path to success or lose her soul to the lure of easy money. And we get to see the ramifications of her choice, and if she can hide this deal with the devil from her friend, or if it will tear them apart. And I hope you read my comic in the description and check out the story. It should appear in your email inbox or your spam folder if you don't see it. And thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.